David Beckham is synonymous with football greatness, marrying a Spice Girl, and redefining the relationship between sports, celebrity, and brands. But over the last few months, he's been making waves in the wellness world as a co-founder and strategic investor of IM8, a new nutritional supplements brand with Prenetics Global. I sat down with the man once known as Golden Balls to talk about his personal approach to health, his award-winning documentary, and what it takes to build a truly authentic celebrity-backed business.
The success of my business over the years has been being the face of things.
Yeah.
A lot of the success of the business has been that. And, I still continue to do that. But I think that, quite a few years ago, we started to build businesses rather than just be the face and be co-founders of business and founders of businesses. And it's something that I felt that at some point I'm going to have to stop being, the face of things.
Right.
I'm getting older. And, things change and businesses evolve. And that excites me.
How was that transition from active to retirement in terms of your nutrition? Was there a transitional stage there?
Well, I think there's a couple of answers to that. I think that one of the things that I've always prided myself on in my career and the success that I've had in my career is the people that I have around me. I've been part of great teams over the years, but we've been successful not because of individuals, we've been successful because of the team. I've always surrounded myself with good people and great people and intelligent people, and I think that's important, to be honest. And I had that as a player. I have that in my business, and I think that's a huge part of the success that I've had over the years. And we all know people are living longer.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do next to put those vital nutrients into our everyday life?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important about this. Like I said, we are living longer, and thankfully, but it's something that we really need to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
What we put in our body, when we put in our and it's not just the ingredients that is going in, it's the leveling of ingredients.
Right. I mean, I read somewhere recently that I think Goldman projected something the wellness supplement market in 2023 was 200 something billion, and by 2030 it'll be in the 400s. There's a lot of players. How do you see IM8 as differentiating and standing out? Having David Beckham maybe notwithstanding, obviously that's a huge one.
Well, I think this is a busy market. For me personally, I've always taken supplements, but I've always said, yeah, that works. I feel better.
It's like flossing.
I feel better. But did I really feel that I was feeling better? Yeah. So when I met Danny Young and Professor Lowe, I said, I want to bring something into this world where I have that instant feeling. And I'm not saying the next morning I'm going to feel great, but I want to feel a difference. And I want to feel a difference in a week, or I want to feel a difference in a month.
Two things you said were kind of two of your priorities were the simplicity and the taste. And kind of what were those conversations like? What was that process
well,
like?
The funny thing is, you sit around a table of scientists and the best nutritionists, and what you have to give is, I want it to taste good.
I want to take it once.
And I want to take it once.
For anyone who's seen the award-winning documentary, the idea of narratives, the idea of explaining yourself, the idea of actually getting what's happening in your head out to people who care. Social is such an interesting tool that way, and it feels like that, particularly your Instagram. I mean, you show people another side of yourself, and I feel like, as someone on the outside, that when you come out with a brand like this, to your point, like, okay, even for a cynic, it's the benefit of the doubt is way bigger when I know and see the consistency in what you're doing on social. So I'm wondering, like, what's fun about that, and how has that evolved in your head on how you approach it?
Well, I think what's fun about it is the honesty that comes with it.
Right.
You know, the honesty of me waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go and let my chickens out, and feeding them and getting the eggs and, you know, checking the vegetable garden and things like that. It's honest, you know, and I think that people want that. And I think that that's why the documentary was received so well. I think it's because we were honest. And I think that, you know, there was many moments throughout that documentary that were hard. You know, it wasn't easy to make. You know, I went through a 2.5 year kind of thing of having to talk about things that I never spoke about before and I never expected to speak about before. So I think the success of the documentary purely came down to the honesty of myself, Victoria, people around me, and people got to see that. And when I decided to do the documentary, I said that I'm going to do it once and that's it. So it was one and done, but I knew that I was all in on every level with that.
Well, if you're any more attentive to, you know, the ingredients in IMA as you are to your closet, or, you know, cleaning up the kitchen at night, it's I think we're all in a good place.